A lot of people can identify having childhood dysfunction, but how many people can identify with it being witchcraft? We are joined by Nicole Lane Avery.
Yes.
I had never heard of this, so I am so intrigued.
Okay. And I'm ready.
So when did this start?
So I have to be honest, I did not really realize what was transpiring in my past as, a young person until a few years ago. I was living with a relative and I just noticed some weird things were transpiring. So in those happenings, I decided to just sit with it and say, wait a minute, why does this feel familiar? So I started to look into my own past and say, oh my God, this makes sense now. So as a child, I was in and out of my mom's house. I don't really want to say what the condition was just yet, but there were instances where we would be at the New York Foundling, me and my two sisters in New York Foundling Hospital or in other homes because my mom couldn't take care of us, right? But there were certain things that was going on with her that I just couldn't understand why. And so my grandmother would come over from time to time and visit. And after her departure, my mom would say, go wash your face, go wash your hand. And so was like, when she leaves, after we hugged her and things like that. And so I was just like, well, why would she say that? But now it makes sense. My grandmother was using witchcraft or doing witchcraft on my mom to try to make her crazy. And so I'll give you a little more of a backstory. My family is from Jamaica, West Indies. My two sisters and I were born in America, but all of my other family members are from Jamaica. And so you think about Jamaica, you basically think about Africa because that's just one step away, right? And so a lot of people are inclined to practicing witchcraft. And so my mom, I was told, was the product of a rape, and it was by, I believe, an Irish man. So she was extremely, extremely light, and she considered herself white. Now, in Jamaica during that time, according to her story, she wasn't really welcome because she was so much lighter. So it's the reverse in America. It has been, with the darker skin, people have ostracized and done all sorts of things. And people are still going through stuff now, but thank God we've come a long way. So this was the opposite. And so most of my family members are really, really dark. And my mother and her sister didn't get along, and partly because of that. They have two different fathers and of the skin difference. And so my mom came to America looking for a better life. She got deported, went to Mexico, came back to America, and started on her own. So in doing so, I don't know what really transpired with her family members, but I do know that she ended up in psychiatric wards and in different places. And I just never knew as a young person.